Going across the Salisbury Plain, we're going to Salisbury, Maryland, which is where the famous 123.mail.house.gov email was used. And this is the eastern shore of Maryland. Sorry, the road is really rough. And this is where, for some reason, Imran had an apartment. And for some reason, he's renting an apartment to this guy. And for some reason, they get into a dispute over $500. There are people coming in and out of there all the time because the people knew they were Russian because they were speaking Russian, but the barkeeps never really got to, and there's no place else to go. Let me tell you, in Centerville, it's a very small town. You have to go to this bar, and they got all those big screen TVs and everything. So she knew everybody, and she said, yeah, you know.
Except she couldn't recognize because there's so many different families. She never saw the same.
She never did seem to get to know anybody because either they didn't speak English and there were different faces and different all the time. So that does match into the whole, you know, this was Ellis Island for Russia. I mean, again, this is raw intelligence. We're just putting it out there. Rigging, yeah, that's it. And we were talking about bid rigging. Anyway, we were going up against this company called Brilliant. And it wasn't spelled with an A, it was spelled with an E, so it'd come up in any of those Google searches. They were doing a DHS logistics program, and it was called PACTS, P-A-C-T-S 2. Now, you might want to Google Brilliant yourself with an E and PACTS 2 and see if they are indeed a DHS programmer. I don't play video games with the guy who does the major funding for DHS, so I can't tell you if that's true or not, but you might ask Imran Awan and Andre Carson about that. And then, of course, we have the hack of DHS and using the Inspector General software as well, DHS again, and that is a company called MicroPact, P-A-C-T. So out of a company called Windswept out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And the front part of the video is that we actually did get some confirmation that it does seem like an Ellis Island kind of situation. Right. Now, I'm not saying they're all from Russia, but
she didn't know the language. She couldn't understand it.
Like Ukrainian or Polish or Chechen or whatever. But it bears looking into more, you know, I think there's a lot of people that came through there, much like the European Adoption Center.
Right. Same
thing. You could almost see a situation where they're coming in there. The Uzbeki truckers are going, because Saipov has a trucking company in Strongsville.
So what else was he transporting?
Right where the European Adoption Center is. So he goes, for some reason, Imran has an apartment out here in Eastern Shore, out by where the auto parts are. I don't know if they're coming in on the boats with the auto parts. I don't know. We're just collecting the entities for everyone else to decide. But for some reason, Saipov has a trucking company in New Jersey, and he has one in Strongsville, Ohio, and he's doing these back and forths. And then he also has one in Cincinnati. I had ruled out the fact that the truckers were possibly involved in trafficking women or trafficking children. I said it's uranium one, it's just uranium. But I've changed my mind after talking to the people who are actually there, you know, in Saunterville, and they said, yeah, people coming and going all the time, new people.